You've asked us for a wrapped car. Well, here it is.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. We searched high and low for a wrapped car that needed a bit of help. We found it. Now, this car admittedly needs a little more help than what we can give it. There seem to have been some altercations with rocks or cars or other things. The bumper's a little beat up, but it's missing a few pieces.
Yeah, it's missing pieces. The rims have issues.
Right.
There's a lot of issues.
There's a lot of issues, but it has a wrap that is matte and needs to be revived. And that's what we're going to show you to do here today.
So as you watch this video, as you look at this Maserati, just think, I'm just focusing on the matte paint and not all the other stuff that's wrong, because we're not going to fix that today.
Yeah, we're not going to fix everything, but we're going to show you if your car is wrapped and it's in good condition, how to make it even better.
Okay, Ivan, where do we start?
We start with the foam cannon, Nick. Quiver away, my dear sir.
Incredible suds in here.
Yep.
32-to-1 ratio, which means 1 ounce of Incredible suds, 32 ounces of water.
Yep.
And we just foam away.
Enjoy. Nick, the foam has dwelled. It's done what it needs to do, and that is break down the dirt, lift it off the surface. Now we're gonna rinse it away. This is a wrapped vehicle. We're not gonna use a 0-degree nozzle, a 15 or 25. I'm actually gonna use a 40-degree nozzle. I want the least impact that I can get because I don't want to disturb the wrap. We know this is a failing wrap. The roof is pretty much failed. But at the same time, if there's an edge that's lifted somewhere, we don't want to exasperate that and get it off even further. We want just to clean.
Okay, so that's one good tip.
Yes.
For wrap vehicle washing safety.
Yep.
What's that toy you have over there?
This is a multi-tip or a multi-angle tip. So it will do 0, it will do 15, 25, 40, 65. But I've got it set to 40 degree, which is a standard tip that you can buy anywhere. We're always striving to answer your questions, and we love your questions. But if you could subscribe, it would really help us out. And if you do have questions about this, leave them down below. One of the questions we always get is, how do we clean a wrapped vehicle? That's what we're showing you today, a result of one of your questions. We've foamed, we've rinsed. Let's foam again. Normally, you'd see us do the wheels at this point. We're not going to be doing the wheels. They have failing plastic dip on them, and we want to make sure that we don't take any more off than is already missing. Now, in the wash bucket, Nick was kind enough to put in a wash mitt, but a wash mitt is not what we're going to be using here. We're going to be using the Perfectly Safe brush, and the reason for that is, A, we don't want to scratch the wrap, that's fine, but there's screws sticking out of this. There's broken plastic edges, etc. That could rip up a mitt, and it could also rip up a sponge. The brush, we don't have to worry about it.
Folks are gonna go crazy. Maybe they've seen this on our channel, maybe they haven't. You're using a brush on paint?
Yes, I am. Well, actually, I'm using it on wrap in this case.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Despite what people have been taught over the years, a brush is actually extremely safe to wash when used correctly. And that correct use is proper lubrication like we've done here. We're not moving dirt around. We're just dealing with traffic film at this point because we did the foam rinse foam, which you would do with any wash media, not just a brush.
So how is this safe though? I can't wrap my head around it, Ivan. I've been taught that brushes are not safe on paint.
Right.
Or wraps.
Some brushes aren't. But we have a 3/4 inch flagging. So you can see how it's holding the soap all the way up to here. The face is nice and soft, and at the same time, we have 3 faces, 3 ways of attacking the surface. It's not going to dig in, and just like any wash media, we dunk and we keep going. It's flexible enough to get in where you need it to get in, but at the same time, if you slip and accidentally put pressure on the surface, like I'm doing now, a lot of pressure, it's actually not gonna scratch anything, because what happens is the flagging is long enough on these bristles that it's always the flagging that's touching and not the sides of the bristles, even with pressure. Not telling you to use pressure, please don't, but if something happens and you have to use pressure or you accidentally slip, like I said, then you're safe. For those of us of a certain age that have a little problem bending over, the brush solves that problem. Or if you're a little shorter and have problems reaching the roof, the brush solves that problem too.
Okay.
The brush gets in behind the handles quite easily, so not an issue there, and just gliding across the surface. Now we were mentioning the dangers of using another wash media on this vehicle, not for the vehicle, but for the wash media. This is one of those areas here. So the brush, not a big deal. It's not gonna get torn up by this, but if we're using a sponge or something there, or a wash mitt, could have been an issue. Nick, have fun on your side.
I get to use the PSB?
Yeah, the perfectly safe brush.
What a joy.
Yeah,
Never used this on a wrap before, Ivan.
No, and it's actually a very good tool for cleaning wraps. It's very gentle, and you're not gonna lift up an edge, which you could do with a mitt.
How often do we recommend redunking? I'm a redunker.
Same frequency as you would with any wash media. So do a panel and dunk.
How about the direction I'm washing, Ivan? The brush strokes, how critical is that? Because I'm finding it's nice to just dip it down, but then I'm like, am I going low to high? You know, give me some technique tips here.
The same as you would with any wash media.
Okay, all right.
Which means you start at the top, work your way down, and never bring the bottom up.
So when you're going on the bottom, instead of like this,
Go lengthwise, yeah. No, the way you had it,
yeah,
and draw all the way back.
no, like this,
Like that.
yeah, like this will get onto the bottom. There we go. I'm gonna redunk after that, Ivan.
Yep.
That could have been a little suspect down there. What has been the reaction so far to the perfectly safe brush, Ivan? The industry thought we were crazy.
The industry thought we were crazy. Some people thought we were, wow, this is a good idea. They've tried it, they like it. So it's not, as polarizing as some people think it is. If you want to use it, use it. If you don't want to use it, there are a lot of other wash medias on the market.
And we sell other wash media.
Yeah.
Ivan, folks may be done with their brush and they're like, I'm gonna stick it in my bucket, and then it kind of goes, whoop. What do I do with this brush?
So stick it in your bucket,
Okay.
rinse it off a little bit,
Okay.
and then put it head up.
Head up in the bucket?
No,
Oh,
up against the wall, have a rack somewhere. You don't want to put it down on the ground.
got it. So up against the wall. I can do that.
Next, we need to decontaminate. One spray of iron remover on the panel, one spray on a quad fold decontamination towel, and off we go.
What is iron remover and what's it doing on this wrap paint?
Well, iron deposits accumulate on wrap actually faster than on paint because it's softer than paint. So those little hot break particles are gonna stick in just a little more. When we're done a section, flip the towel to a new face. It needs a bit of decontamination.
Oh yeah, well the the roof especially.
Yeah. Well, the roof, the wrap isn't failing, it's failed.
What is a failed wrap? What does that mean?
It's no longer glossy or matte in this case, it's just looks gungy and dirty, and there's no way to clean it because the plastic is degraded.
Now, if your surface is getting a little dry, I'm always gonna err on the side of lubrication. So that's a fresh spray of iron remover. Plus I doused it with my, I guess the wash mitt that we weren't using, but was in my bucket.
Yeah.
Just to reapply some Incredible Suds there as our bed of lubrication. Now, I noticed something, Ivan, you did not do the front bumper yet. Tell me about that.
I'm not gonna do the front bumper.
You're just leaving it alone.
It's falling into pieces. It's got screws holding it on. It has zip ties. So we're just going to pretend it doesn't exist.
But in general, you often save the front bumper, which is I was trying to tee you up for a little 300-yard drive down the fairway, metaphorically speaking. I don't know. Usually save the front bumper till last in the summertime because of bug guts. You always tell me there's dwell time, you want to leverage, so you hit that last.
Exactly. In the winter, we leave the back end till last because all that salt and grit accumulation. Redunking my quad fold towel.
Tell them about the quad fold towel. A decontamination towel is so important versus a bar. Now we have the quad fold, we've had it for a while. Just explain the towel to us.
Right, what the quad fold does is it incites you to fold it. It goes, oh, it's meant to be folded, let me fold it. Because we had a lot of people using a towel, our previous towel, like this. Not a good idea. Too many possible pressure points. With the quad fold towel, first of all, it's easy to fold, the lines make it so, and you have 4 faces to work with. Just a very easy, simple way of doing it.
So we're on a wrap. We haven't used a special wrapped product yet. Surely there's a special iron remover for wrapped cars.
No. Great marketing, but not necessary. There's no special things for a wrapped car.
Well, why would wrap not require something special if it's a different surface?
It's plastic. Your paint is plastic, the wrap is plastic.
Okay.
It's just a softer plastic and not quite as durable.
Why am I decontaminating glass?
To make it easier to clean it. Same reason you decontaminate everything.
No, I can feel it getting smoother onto my towel. So there's just crud everywhere.
Yeah.
It's nice that the glass at least is still glass and not a failed wrap because I can feel everything get smooth. That's one thing you'll notice with the decon towel. You'll hear the at first, then it goes away. You'll feel the roughness under your towel. It's a sensation. And then that too will go away and you'll be like, I got clean paint, I got a clean panel.
Yep.
Ready for whatever's next.
Right, and this car, it was recently purchased at auction, so the owner knows nothing of its history, but at the same time, this is probably a car that someone loved, and then the bumper got hit. The rear lights got broken. The wrap starts to fail. They fall out of love with the car, and that's what we're dealing with now.
And then it's a cascade effect.
Yeah. They just let it go a little too far.
Because obviously a Maserati is a Maserati, so you're just like, why is this in disrepair? That doesn't make, I'm not used to Maserati and
disrepair in the same sentence.
In the same situation or sentence, yeah.
Next, we need to rinse again. When this car was new, it was a very prestigious car. It still could be today. A little bit of work, this car could be brought back to life. Mechanically, runs great. Next in our trio of decontamination is water spot remover. Just gonna spray a little bit on the surface and we're gonna agitate it in with a dampened towel. We're using our friend Incredible Suds today, so it'll be an Incredible Suds dampened towel. We just want a bit of lubrication.
Anything you do differently if we were in direct sunlight versus a controlled environment of a shop?
Work one half at a time. The only real technique difference between working in a shop and working outside is working in smaller sections. Now, all of our products can safely dry on the surface, but do you want them to dry? No. They work better wet.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my half.
Yes, sir.
How does that sound?
Go for it.
Oh boy. I see what you're saying now with this roof.
Yeah, it's
like
rough.
cracked lines. I mean, this is as failed as it gets, which is fine. We're here to educate you on how to rejuvenate your wrap.
We're gonna rejuvenate some of it.
Exactly. But I like this is very real world. It's not like, oh, every car is perfect that comes in the garage. Like, no, it has issues and yours might too. That's okay, you might love your vehicle. You wanna do the best you can without extensive money into repairs or restoration, right?
And this is something, the rest of the wrap is in okay shape. So do the front bumper, fix that up. We've got a tail light that's broken back here. The back bumper is actually pretty good.
I think the whole idea of buying it off auction, then it's like, okay, it's an auction car. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And one thing with water spot remover, it's so counterintuitive to everything we ever teach or any detailer ever does, is that we never flip the towel when we do this step.
No, we don't want to flip the towel because we're spreading it on the surface, and we've already cleaned, we've already decontaminated. We're not worried about grit at this point.
I'm not gonna forget to agitate into the glass, Ivan.
Yeah.
Glass needs water spot remover too.
Now, if you have a wrapped vehicle and you just got it wrapped, an important thing to do is ceramic coating. It's gonna make that wrap last longer, be easier to clean, and you're gonna have to clean it less often.
And we've ceramic coated wraps on the channel before. It's just, I don't think it's worth it for this one.
No.
Like, we're doing this for the people. The owner needs to do a little bit more for the car.
Yes.
Before we lock in permanent protection.
Now, I'm wringing out the towel to get the extra liquid out of it, and the water spot remover. We're not gonna throw this back in our bucket because it's slightly acidic at this point. We're gonna wash it separately. One last rinse, Nick, and then we're off to the next step. Now the wrap is responding well to the water spot remover. The windows are not.
Look how, you can see the humidity in the shop too. There's a lot of
a lot of humidity in the shop,
glass.
in the car. But if you look at the windows, the water is just sheeting on it. So these windows are, they'll need a bit of polishing. While Nick is drying the floor, I'll start drying the car.
So Ivan, it's interesting because sometimes water spot remover will make the paint or the windows beat up.
Right.
And people think, that must mean they put ceramic sealant inside of their water spot remover. They're tricking us.
Yeah.
We didn't get any water beating on this glass.
No.
How could both be true at the same time?
Yeah. If the surface has beating to give, it will give it back. It will bring it back. It's removing the minerals. That's all it's doing. It's an acid, it's lactic acid based, and all it's doing is removing the minerals. That's why the windows are staying this way. They're very contaminated. Even though we decontaminated them with the iron remover, with the towel and the water spot remover, they probably need a bit of polishing.
So polishing would do the trick.
Yeah.
I love the mystery wrapped up in the auction car, you know, like what kind of stories would this car tell?
Well, it'll probably go ouch a few times.
Never wanting my drying blanket to touch the ground or touch a wheel. I'm always thinking about that. My technique may not be perfect, Ivan, but as I was going here, I was like, whatever I do, I am not touching that wheel. I'm gonna anchor it up here and be very careful so that as I dry, it's not touching a wheel, a tire, or the ground.
Perfect.
Sound good?
Yep.
Nice.
The way it should be.
Ivan, I'm looking at this dry wrap and I hate to use this word because it's someone's car and I'm not actually making fun of them. It's just, we're detailers. We care about this stuff. This wrap is trashed.
Right, it lacks, or it has lacked maintenance in the past. Now we're gonna give it a little bit more life. Not much, we're not gonna make it new again, but if you have a wrapped vehicle, there's parts of this vehicle that are nice and clean. You'll see what happens there, but you'll also see what happens on the verge of needing to be rewrapped.
So what if it was a matte factory vehicle?
Matte factory paint, we do the same thing.
So this would apply to a matte factory paint or a wrapped vehicle?
Or a matte PPF, yes.
Or matte PPF?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very important though, you don't want to use just any machine. You want a 2 to 9 millimeter stroke. You don't want a long stroke and you don't want a rotary. They will over-activate the app. And we're using the app here because of its deep cleaning ability and its slight, mild abrasive. We don't want to abrade anything that's matte because we'll make it shiny. Now this will bring a bit of gloss to the matte because admittedly it's supposed to be a little glossier than this. just to show you, I'll just do one section of the hood. Nick, if you want to get the ceramic gloss, get it ready. So 2 quick passes. We're not trying to bring gloss out. We're not trying to make it new. We're trying to clean it.
Well, because what could happen if you actually polish a wrap?
Well, a matte wrap will become shiny, which is not what the customer wants.
Now, what is app doing? I mean, I'm gonna wipe this off, but I also want you to tell me what the heck you just did.
So what the app has done here, it's deep cleaned the surface. And we can see by the pad just how dirty that surface was, even though we've done all this decontamination. Now, a bit of ceramic gloss to finish it off.
1 spray is fine, right?
Yeah. Actually, on this, you might want 2, Nick.
It's thirsty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How do you describe, what does thirsty mean? Because, you know, it just soaks it right up.
Yeah, it just soaks it in.
Boy, this is just so different than clear coat, even though it's plastic.
Yeah.
Because it just ages so poorly sometimes if you don't take care of it.
There you go. So, yes, it's a little bit glossier than it was. It has a sheen to it. And it's a lot cleaner looking. And if you put your towel across there and put it across the section we haven't done, Nick.
Okay, I'm gonna put it across here, nice and smooth. This is actually smoother. The ceramic gloss is gonna cure, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's not quite fully set up yet.
No.
This feels a little bit less smooth than this, but we're not there yet, are we, in the cure time?
Right.
It's going to feel smoother.
Yeah, so it's cleaned it up. It's better than it was.
It definitely feels different one side to the next.
Yeah, it's got a nice slickness to it. Now, this is one case where Nick, with his overuse of ceramic gloss, is right on the money.
Why is that?
Because it's a matte surface, a lot more texture to it. So you need to use a little more product in this case.
And I noticed it was eating it up quickly, and also you want to wipe it off quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to let it.
No.
Because it's just so finicky. Maybe it'll just like leave a streak in there. And I'm not saying it's ceramic gloss's fault. These mats are weird.
Yeah, especially one that's on the edge of not being viable anymore. Now, let me, speaking of matte here, let's just do 1 stripe.
Usually we use adhesion promoter polish to prep for a ceramic coating, Ivan.
Yes.
Okay, again, can you just give me a little bit more of the why of why we're doing this?
Because it deep cleans, it has a bit of abrasion, not enough to make a matte wrap shiny, but enough to deep clean and do what we need it to do. And when I say deep clean, look at what we've pulled off this paint.
That's nasty.
Or off this wrap, I should say.
I hate to say nasty, but it kind of looks nasty.
Yeah.
Ivan gave me permission to use a lot of product, which I'm enjoying thoroughly.
Nick's used more ceramic gloss on this hood than we do on most cars.
Seriously, I'm usually 1 spray per panel. That's all you need.
So we can actually see the metallic in the wrap now. And you can see the line where I polished and where I didn't. This is a lot brighter white than that is.
Definitely, and I'll bet you it's gonna feel different than it does there, yeah.
Yeah.
And this side's gotten real slick already.
Right.
So ceramic gloss does take a little time to set up.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time to cure. Now, let me finish off that hood so we don't leave a undone stripe.
Well, we can't do that because it's a beauty. It's a treasured car.
Then we'll do the rest of the car.
In all seriousness though, Ivan, who would be a good candidate for this method, using app at the end on their wrap?
A wrap that's still in good shape. Now, the sides of the vehicle, the wrap is in really good shape compared to the upper surfaces. So this is where you'll actually see a better result than what we did on the side here. And even Nick's towel that he's wiping the app off with, look how dirty it is. Wow. Because we're deep cleaning that wrap. That's what we're doing here.
So should I be afraid of all that gunginess coming off, or is that just a sign that I'm doing something?
It's just a sign that you're actually cleaning.
Okay. I mean, this hood actually does have a different sheen to it.
Right, now it's looking a lot better than it did.
Like bright, I know we don't want bright with a wrap, but this is a nice looking hood now.
Yeah.
Especially 10 feet away.
Right, now the roof we're not going to touch. That is beyond repair.
Oh, it's totally gone. I didn't see it before when it wasn't washed.
Yeah. Now I'm using more app than I normally would. Normally we get half a car done with the first 3 drops, but I added 2 more drops to do this fender, maybe the door, and then Nick, follow through.
the hood is a darker, almost richer brown.
Yes.
With flake that I can now see versus the fading on the front fender.
Right. We're gonna get a lot better gloss. Even though it's a matte, you still have a bit of gloss to matte and depth to it. And like you say, we can see the metallic a lot more than we did before. So we can see the difference now between this front fender, back fender, and the door.
The door we haven't done yet.
Right, the door we haven't done yet. And it's not as bright looking, it's not as clean looking, and it definitely isn't as clean, but at the same time, it just looks drab. Now we have the way the wrap should look. It's still matte, but it's got a bit of a sheen to it. It's got a bit of life to it. We can see that metallic flake now.
Love it, Ivan. And again, you're not gonna polish a matte wrap.
No.
You're not gonna polish a wrap.
No,
This is a stroke limitation on your machine.
Yeah, short stroke, this is a 5mm stroke, but anywhere between 2 and 9 millimeters. And we're using a lot more app than we normally would, but at the same time, we need that because we're feeding this at the same time as we're cleaning it. And the tea tree oil is doing a great job in cleaning that out. Plus, it smells great. So Nick, we'll go around the rest of the vehicle and then show them the result as we go. On this trunk lid, it's very much on the verge of failing. Let's see if we can bring it back to life a little bit. I'm just gonna use a dry towel, no ceramic gloss, just so you can see what the app by itself is doing here.
Ivan, it almost looks nice again.
Right, we've done a vast improvement on it. Is it new? No. Is it better? Yes. Is it perfect? Heck no. But at the same time, we've given at least the sides a bit of life, and if this person wants to sell it, they could do the old trick of black hood, black roof, black trunk lid, and they'll be all good.
What's that old trick?
Well, if you let's say you have a car that your clear coat has failed. Well, a lot of cars have a black roof now, so it's gonna update the look a little bit.
Okay.
Put a gloss black roof on it. It's gonna increase the value of it, not cost a lot to do.
That's true. One thing we could have done if this was a nice wrap.
Right.
If this was a nice matte PPF, we could have apped and then instead of ceramic gloss, ceramic coated easily.
100%. And the ceramic coating would give it a lot more durability. We know this one is not long for this world in terms of this wrap. It should actually be removed and replaced. It's a nice black Maserati underneath.
If you're going to ceramic coat, we would probably avoid the 5-year because it's our glossiest coating.
Yeah.
So the 8 or the 3-year would be excellent.
The 8 would be my choice for a wrap.
For a wrap?
Yeah.
Is that just because of its long durability?
Better self-cleaning ability, longevity, etc.
Okay. If I'm doing a coating, I'll use my circular motion and I'll level immediately.
Right. With a wrap, you want to level as quickly as possible. It's in there. It's already there, especially a matte wrap. A gloss wrap, treat it like paint. But a matte wrap, you need to work a little faster.
If this was educational for you, please click that subscribe button down below. Again, as Ivan mentioned, we got this video idea from you, from a question or a comment. That's why we answer everyone, because we're paying attention. We love the conversation. Please keep that going.
Right. And in the meantime, there's a video you might want to watch on a matte painted vehicle right here.
Ooh, check that out.